Welcome to Hoover Master's house on a dismal day. Oh, very atmospheric lighting. I'm just burning old paper, it's not a real fire. Yeah, I thought I'd do something that everybody else has been doing. It's like a week on your channel dedicated to a certain brand of machine. Well, let's do Miele week then, seeing as there's loads of them. Maybe I'll treat you to a pneumatic week as well at some point. Anyway, Miele week. Lots of Mieles to show off. Most of them have been skimmed over in one video. This has had its own video, but why not give it another one, eh? Yeah. So this is my Miele S251i, which is dusty. I've literally just got it out of the loft. So, yeah. Hence why it's all a bit dusty and everything. It's been sitting like that. Now, I got this nearly 3 years ago from friends who had it in their clinic. They have a clinic that does massaging and everything, and it was used to clean what sounds like a doormat once a week, and they paid like 50 quid off it for like out the Hoover shop that's just up the road from it. So why you spend 50 quid to clean a doormat once a week? I don't know. Quite a big doormat, obviously. Yeah, but then they bought like a cheapy stick vac and decided to give me this. At one point they were going to put their mint condition Miele cat and dog to do the doormat with. I was confused, but anyway, they gave me this, so can't really complain. So I've had it 3 years. I think Kevin had it at one point. I gave it to him, but I think I mooched it back off him. Let's remove the tools for now and look at the machine. I've not run it since getting it out of the loft 10 minutes ago, so this could be an experience. It rolls along pretty smoothly. Top tip for these: you have to grease these wheels totally, because every one of these I've had, the wheels are like stiff as anything. I had a green one and it was the same. You see how smooth they are running now? That's because I greased them. While we're under here, rating plate doesn't really tell you much. It's exciting. Do you want to open? There we are. Tools, again, it's a bit grotty. I cleaned this up like 3 years ago, but it has had a lot of use since then. Oh, that doesn't look like it's had a lot of use, does it? Neither does that. Well, that is actually quite nice. This has got the kind of twin flow type motor in it, I'm pretty sure. Not the Miele kind of S3 motor up here. I don't think I actually ever washed this bit. I washed the bottom bit. I was lazy 3 years ago. But it has... That's the second filter that's been in it. At the time when I got it, I didn't even have any of these. That's how much of a Miele novice I was. And oh. There's one of these bags in it, and I've not had some of these bags in like a couple of years, so that shows how long it's been since it's really been used. I tend to go for top tip for Miele bags. If you're going to get them off eBay when folk have got rid of the Hoover but still have bags kicking about. You get them much cheaper. So I usually tend to end up with the older type, the bigger type. Let's take this filter out, if I can. Yeah, it's got quite a lot of grime in it. Let's just do that. Do you want to go back in? Yeah, please go back in. That's what I never liked about these ones. These things end up catching the filter, and it's like you're shredding it up when it goes in. It's quite a full bag, actually. Well, full for me anyway. Bags tend to take ages to fill up here because look, it's all wooden floors. So the hose clicks in like a Miele. There's a parking slot at the front, and then this took me ages to work out until I actually got one of these. This didn't actually come with this clip. I ended up getting a donor Miele off eBay this year, during the lockdown, and it came in one of them, so I put it on here. That is how you store the machine when it's upright. Nothing to do with that. I've no idea what that actually does. It's quite smart. It's got a two-piece tube set. Now you'll see that originally I had them the other way around so that the clip was in the middle because I thought they'd stick together. But you'll see the arrows point as to show that it's supposed to go that way, so it was annoying me that they were the wrong way. This switch remarkably isn't worn, so it actually stays in. Half of these you push down on them, then they slip out. The head's in good condition. Yeah, the cool thing about this is you can actually park this wand without the head on it. So if you wanted to park it with something totally different on, like a cheapy head or something, or whatever head you like using, yeah. This has been in the loft as well. I think that happened I think Kevin and I went over water. It was never that rusty. But it works. Can't really complain. Basically the same as the S3 and S4 head, but it's got these kind of things out the side of it. There's a couple slightly different variants of this. One pedal is kind of two-piece, but apart from that, it's largely the same. Let's just slot that back on with one hand. There we are. On the back we have a control panel. 300, oh that's quite stiff, to economy, 1300 and whatever you want in between. A switch, a plug. How good is the rewind? That's no bad, some of them go really slow. I had something kicking about here I should show you actually. Let me see. Ah, here it is. Sometimes I use one of these with it. That's actually a later type, different bracket. Very nice. This one's actually going on eBay if any of you want it. I will clean it up obviously. But yeah, these are pretty nice. They've got such thick, soft bristles the dust doesn't even go in them, but they're good for delicate floors. That head is very good though. That's a bit dusty obviously. It has been sitting in the loft and my loft is pretty dusty. Let's pull the cable out. The cable's in pretty good condition actually. I don't actually remember how long Kevin had this for. I think he had it quite a while. I mean, I probably got sick of it. But he got another one anyway, so I think everybody's happy now. Will it come on when I plug it in? No, it won't. Let's hope it comes on now. Yep, I think it's running perfectly. Smells like old dust. How exciting! I hoover on the floor. Excuse the mess of the house, we're decorating my bedroom at the moment. Yeah, this runs pretty smoothly on floors. I will give it that. I actually think I'm going to briefly open this up and look at the motor, just out of curiosity. Also, I'm going to see if there's a suppressor in it, because one of my Miele S3s went bang recently. And yeah, it had a big suppressor in it, but you can just rip them off and they still work. Some of them didn't have the same kind of suppressor, they just had a wee thing. So yeah, I'll actually stop the video and we'll have a look at the motor and I can take you along on the journey. The cable is coiling up because it's sat like that for so long. Yeah, the rewind still works. A couple of these I've had are so slow they're like hardly going. This one's pretty good though. So yeah, I'll go and open this up and then we'll have a wee look. That took literally 2 minutes. It must need a bit of a freshen up in here because there's dirt falling out of this. These are always a bit of trouble to put back in. Actually, one of the little tabs is already snapped off, so we'll see. But yeah, that is the suppressor, same as the one that went bang on my Miele S3 I was telling you about. But yeah, it is practically a twin flow type brushes, although they're not the same. They have a different connection. If I just undo this little... Of course that screwdriver is way too big, but we might as well just go with it. So yeah, the cord reel lifts out with the body. But the motor on this one seems to have stayed in, unlike the Miele S3, where the motor comes out with a top casing as well, and it gives you quite a nice wee surface to work on. That just pulls out, then you can unleash the beast, which is the massive motor. Oh, that screws out. Here we are. The motor. But yeah, it's in good order. Might as well give those brushes a check because I don't ever remember doing that. That obviously will just sit in there. The two wee screws for the thing can go in there. Oh, I've lost them. They're in there. and then the seal, which obviously, as you can tell, only goes in a certain way. Might be like that. Is it like that? Nah, it's like that, definitely. Should really have paid more attention. Anyway, I'm going to give the brushes a check. Might as well show you them as well. And as you can see, the brushes are fine. Don't think they've unevenly worn or anything. One of these screws totally chewed up on me, but I got it. You'll see this is all in nice healthy condition, and it runs nice and smoothly. Yeah, so it's dated 1996 by that slightly bulgy suppressor, but the one that blew it, I just took it off and it still worked. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's not a very picturesque end to the video, but yeah, pretty good reliability.